Should fix it. Mm. Whoa.
Oh, yep.
Should be. I got a video.
Nice.
Cruisin Planet. A lot of kachoos. Never mind. I was gonna say something clever.
Do you have Audacity open? Awesome.
Recording? We're recording.
Yay!
Wait,
What?
I think it's very quiet. I also didn't hit the stream button.
Oh.
I just gotta check this real fast.
Okay.
This might kill your ears, so just
Yeah.
take those off. Actually, I can use my brain. I think it's very quiet. What is it getting its audio from? Oh, these microphones. I think it was getting audio from one of these.
Oh. Okay.
Ain't working. It's not working. Why all of a sudden do you choose to...
Is the production computer up? Like in...
Hmm?
Like, I mean, the soundboard, is it up?
Soundboard?
The production computer on the... Yeah, it is. Okay.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Just a shot that I
Hmm.
really need.
I guess we're just gonna have to rip the video because this isn't doing it. Which is upsetting. I don't know why it changed. Okay. Wait a second. No. Never mind. Just for fun.
Okay.
Just for funsies. Are we already live? Shoot. We've been live for like 3 minutes.
That's fine.
Dang it.
Sorry, everyone.
Welcome everybody to another episode of Cruisin The Planet. I'm your host Ethan Miller. Today we are joined only by
Cole! It's just me today, guys.
podcast listeners. It may sound like I have cotton in my mouth. And
It's because you have cotton over your mouth.
it's because we record with masks now, or at least we're trying to. Cole,
Yes.
we both work on campus, on and around campus.
Yes.
I was curious if you've noticed anything going on around campus involving other people.
You mean the camp that involves the ducks?
Yes.
Yeah. Duck camp's happening right now.
Duck camp is happening right now. I've never been to duck camp. But-
I can't help you either, but I transferred in and did not go to duck camp.
Alright, so we're immediately down like every bit of information.
I know you learn a lot about Tarleton. It's basically like homecoming week. All the info you need to know about homecoming week you learn in duck camp as a
Right.
freshman. Like
Yep.
silver bugle hunt, all the
I've actually been told about
stories and-
Silver Bugle.
Yeah.
I know that one from Brendan.
Yeah, and that's where basically all the Greek organizations, fraternities, sororities, all get together, have teams, and basically they're quizzed on Tarleton information,
Mm-hmm.
and then they try to find the silver bugle, and whoever finds it first, like, gets bragging rights, I guess.
Yeah, it's mostly for bragging rights.
Yeah. And then there's, of course, yell contests and stuff that I
Oh,
think
yeah.
you learn about. And
You learn it's basically the like, welcome to Tarleton, here is all of our history,
yeah, basically, they couldn't actually make a class of Tarleton 101, but
right?
that's duck camp,
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Do other colleges have their own like thing 101?
Well, I did go to Hardin Simmons Roundup.
Uh-huh.
I think that was called. Oh, shoot. I think it was Roundup.
Okay.
And yeah, that's basically it. It's a lot of team building, especially for freshmen coming on campus, because they required freshmen to come on campus just like Tarleton does. So it was about making sure you didn't stay in your dorm the whole time. You know, I'm not sure how they're doing any team building exercises like untie the knot, the human knot, you know?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I need to go out and like hunt. I need to like get onto a tour and secretly make my way into a duck camp for observation, just under the guise of like photography, because
Yeah.
I know like nothing. I'm also a transfer, and so there's like, they were like, hey, you can go to this if you want, and I was like,
Nah.
do I have to pay? And they're like, yeah, always. And I was like, I'll never go there. It was very
Yeah,
simple. It was
yeah.
like, nah, that's expensive. I'm good.
Yeah. And at the time I was definitely not a people person. At least I was still very insecure about myself. I'm much more confident now, but I've graduated, so
She bullies people now.
specifically you.
Just me. It really is, isn't it? Nice.
Oh, I don't know. Like, I know from the Tarleton website,
Hmm?
at the very beginning, they have that whole slideshow. There is something about duck camp there.
That's
it's like
true.
a paint war or
Let's
something.
take a little peek. Oh, the chalk thing?
Yeah, the chalk thing. The paint war was Hardin Simmons. I do still have a t-shirt from that.
Let's see. Tarleton. No. Tarleton.edu/home. Let's let the listeners in on some of this. We've got. Where is it?
Well, there it is.
Ah,
Yes.
the chalk throw.
Yes.
So you're
Bunch
just
of
talking about
people
the graphic.
dancing and
Got
throwing
it.
chalk.
Well,
And like holding on to each other, definitely not social distancing. So
right.
that
Well,
was definitely
this was
before.
an older time.
Exactly.
This was before. There it is again, playing for all to see. Yeah, this is definitely an older time. I didn't even think how a sports event is gonna go.
Yeah. We should totally talk to like athletics or something.
Yeah.
See what their plan is.
We should talk to athletics, and then we should talk to the students who actually know what's going on instead of that
Yeah.
like PR. You know, the PR voice that they give you, where you just kind of like, I cannot confirm or deny. There's a possibility. We will tell you at a later date. Versus you just go to a student athlete. Forgot the word for a second. You just go to a student athlete, and they're like, hey, are y'all doing sports? They're like, absolutely not. Or they're like, yeah, but specially. You know what I mean?
Are you ragging on PR people right now?
PR people? No, I'm ragging on people who don't know how to do it properly, which is like most people who are in positions of power. Because they're in positions of power, they're not there to like tell people about their stuff.
I definitely think PR has changed as well over the years.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
How so?
Well, I mean, as any career or any career field, it changes as technology adapts, as society adapts. So I think PR is definitely more about engagement with your audience rather than just we can neither confirm nor deny. It's more about here's what we can tell you and here's the good things. Yes, we acknowledge that something bad happened or whatever, but this is what we're going to do instead.
Right.
This is how we're going to fix it. It's much more open, and I think ethically it's better to tell the truth. So
I completely agree with you
and
there.
it helps your reputation with clients a lot more in the long run. And
Or on
that's my
YouTube.
PR talk.
I was streaming our stream while you were doing that.
Oh, really? Streaming the stream.
Stream the stream.
Inception.
Speaking of like keeping people up to date on current things, affairs, and events, I found the JTAG.
You did, yes, because last episode we were talking about
From years ago. Come with me through the portal to 1996, December 7th, and the JTAG on the web and current issues, they have nothing. I can't click nothing. It just exists in space.
Oh. That's sad.
There's no back button. Actually, you know what? Let's hop back all the way to the front page. So here's the landing page. What's the main difference, you ask? I'm glad you asked. No more drop downs. Instead,
no more drop downs.
They decided to switch over in 1 month.
Yeah, I was about to say, it was still 1996 last time.
It was 1990. It was December of 96 last time we took a look at the website. It's now January 97th.
Oh, okay.
Still divided up into 6 main categories. However, we've made an adjustment. Instead of 6 drop-down menus, it's 6 splayed out, evenly spaced hyperlink menus.
Hyperlinks.
I went to JTAC.
Is that a step up or a step down for drop-down menus?
I would say a step up, because let's see. Let's take a little jump back in time. When you go back to this previous one, after it takes a million years to load, you have no idea where to go.
That's true.
Select the main or subcategory. I've clicked something now.
Oh no.
Yeah, so, and you can click that, and it's like a separate page that'll tell you where everything's at. But this is loading at the same speed as the ancient times. Very slowly.
I think it's probably loading faster than it used to.
That's probably true. Yeah, you'd have to take like all day just to sit in the library and look something up, wouldn't you?
I think so.
Now we're just kind of like on the run, gunning the facts here. But
it's so much more fun to look at websites now. They're definitely more interesting, in my opinion.
They're a lot nicer. Head over to kxdr.com.
Yeah.
/network. We have a new video up on our website.
Yeah. Introduces you to
the station. Everything we do here. And I did record that audio with a mask on. Which is why it sounds exactly like this podcast. I don't know if I'm going to be able to wear this mask for like the shows from now on.
Okay.
I'm just going to have to listen in and see how it affects everything.
You can let us know by tweeting us.
Yeah, let us know on social media if it's going good or bad. No response from Jake, so I guess he'll just barge in when he barges in. Or he forgot. It's fine. Jake seems to
be asleep.
He's probably asleep, to be completely fair. I looked around on this. I did a little bit of snooping. They have some things. Let's see. What was it? In the academics page, you can go to the colleges. And you can go to different departments and stuff. And we only had like 5 colleges. We had business administration. We had education and fine arts, arts and sciences, agriculture, and technology.
How many do we have now?
I don't remember.
I can look it up.
Okay, yeah, while you look it up, I go through these. So I wanted to look at arts and sciences just because I'm interested in that sort of thing. I'm a nerdy boy.
And yet you're going to the College of Business.
Businesses need nerds. What's okay? Cole, I need you to talk to me for just a little bit. These last couple days, ever since I told you about switching my major over to marketing, you've been really like digging into me about going into business college.
I guess I'm just holding on to stereotypes that I need to let go of.
Yeah, it really sounds like it.
Well, the problem is I just don't like... There's a feeling when you go in the business building, and it's darkness.
So why wouldn't I like that? You know me.
Yeah, but you're so much more fun than that.
Yeah, because I go into dark places and I'm like, hey guys, this is kind of stupid. Let's leave. And everyone's just like, yeah, why are we here in the first place? And I was like, hey, ain't this place better than that awful place? Everyone's like, yeah, but this is just a mall. I was like, could be a mall underwater, man. Come on now. Interesting. Oh, here it is. Here's what I was looking for. The physical sciences. If it would load, please and thank you.
Okay, I have all of that. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
We have 7 colleges currently,
yes.
Versus the 4 we had in the 97. And I say 4 because one of them was graduate studies. I don't know if that really counts as a separate
this
college.
One counts.
All right, so 5 versus 7. So we've acquired 2 new colleges. I think we've put all of the arts and the liberal and the fine arts are in their own thing. Engineering is its own separate part.
Yes.
Agriculture is...
Do you want me to read them?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so it's agriculture and environmental sciences, business administration, education, graduate studies, health sciences and human service, liberal and fine arts, and science and technology.
Okay. Oh, I see what happened. So we took...
health sciences.
We have health sciences, which is a whole new thing.
Yes,
and
and
like,
human services.
And our nursing product, like, program and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've changed agriculture to be separate from ag and tech.
Yes. So now it's agriculture and environmental science, and then there's technologies separate in science. Yeah.
Awesome. I wanted to go over a little bit the facilities that were and the organizations for the Department of Physical and Environmental Sciences, because it's the like chemistry biology section.
Mm-hmm.
Only because that plays into the alumni that I'd like to focus on this week. Only because they ended up having one of the coolest jobs that I like would ever want to have. Everybody's wanted to be the job that they have, and we'll get to that. But first we have to talk a little bit about the facilities. Back in 97 for the science. This is so weird.
Are you okay? You just stopped. You're like, this is so weird.
I just heard myself when I was talking. I was like, let's check out the facilities in 97 of the science building. But that's actually kind of cool, like old technology.
Yeah.
I always loved old tech. So let's see. They had... Oh, I just remember that it's all science terms, so this might make no sense. How about this? I'll read off some of these, and you tell me if you know what they are.
Okay.
So we got a GC mass spectrometer.
Yes.
You do?
In theory.
Well, spit it out. What is it? Because I don't know.
Doesn't it... Okay.
Don't ask me. I have no clue. I have no idea what this is.
I thought a mass spectrometer was used to like identify different compounds in a sample. Like it spins it and...
I didn't even spell it right. Mass spectrometer. An analytical technique that measures the mass to charge ratio of ions.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was totally wrong.
So we have no idea what that is. We have a FTIR spectrometer, so I'm assuming it uses infrared. However, the next one is an FTNMR spectrometer, so I have no idea what that is. What about you?
No.
Got they had several chromatographs.
Okay.
They had an atomic absorption and UV visible spectrometer. I'm familiar with the light what's it called? Whenever you figure out what something is by shooting light through it and then breaking it up through a prism, using like, I don't want to say the wrong term because like I don't want to upset someone who's actually in a STEM field.
I'm sorry. There's a reason I left STEM.
Right? Same. I mean, same.
No offense to STEM people, it just wasn't.
No, mine was because of the STEM people. I don't like them. They think they know something.
Well, obviously they do.
Yeah, but they invented these things just so that they could know them. That's silly.
And then people like us would create the website in a better format.
Exactly.
No jargon, people. That's
you
relate to every.
Are you kidding me?
This is what you do.
Because this was their like website whenever it happened. Right? This is the website that they were like, this is our science facility. Check it out.
I mean, people who knew science would probably know, like, oh, okay, that's really cool.
Yeah, but you go to college because you don't know science.
Exactly. You know, you're right. You're right. Like.
So this is not, this is useless. All right, moving on. Organizations. Because people enjoy being in things.
Yes.
They provide a
and
broad,
it keeps you in school.
liberal arts-based education and a technological foundation for a successful and rewarding professional career. I don't know how that... I'm confused how that...
Why is that an organization?
Yeah, how does that tie into organization stuff?
Maybe it's like LLCs or something?
Equally important, however, is that the university life provides the opportunity for developing habits of and commitments to... What? Let me read this sentence, man. Okay. Equally important, however, is that university life provides the opportunity for developing habits of, and commitments to, personal and community involvement and service.
So basically, what it's saying is Tarleton campus gives you opportunities to learn how to be a good person.
Is that what it's saying?
I think.
I have no
Or
idea.
just reflect the
It's just as bad as whoever wrote all the freaking
core
stuff up top.
principles or whatever.
Like
the
technically,
leadership
I'm certain that
service
like technically it's a English sentence. But all right, you're the PR person. How did that read?
Badly.
Thank you.
Keep it simple and relatable to your public.
Up next, you were encouraged to get involved with Tarleton's more than 100 organizations. How big were we in '97 that we had 100 organizations?
I mean, I'm
Well, I
sure
guess
we have a
every
lot
factor
more
of
than that
Greek,
now.
every bit of Greek we do. How many organizations do we have? Well, I guess there's all the church ones. There's all the Greek ones.
There's all the church, the Greek, the hobby ones.
The hobby ones.
Multiple different, like, spread out from that, and the political ones.
I didn't know we had political ones. It makes sense. It's like a college campus in Texas. They offer 3, which are honorary scholastic societies.
And of course, there's
recognizing
living
things.
learning communities, and then there's national clubs that have a chapter here on campus.
Yeah, like Rotary Club, FCC,
Public Relations Student Society of America,
FAA,
that's recent.
ABC. I'm just naming things. They've got the Tarleton Geological
GSA.
Society, which is very interesting. Well, it's interesting to say that because like we have a whole floor of the science building that is just entirely dedicated to rocks in all of its like.
Okay, that brings up a funny story.
What's up?
Okay, so GSA on Tarleton's campus is the Gay Straight Alliance, and of course they had posters everywhere trying to get people to come.
Yeah.
And one time, these 2 people came in and they looked around and they were like, "This isn't for geology, is it?" And we're like, "Oh no, this is the Gay Straight Alliance." And they're like, "I'm sorry, we just like rocks. Thanks though."
Were they thinking it was the Geological Society of America? No.
No, yeah.
We're sorry, we just really like rocks. Just walk out.
Yeah, poor guys.
Damn. That's rough. There's the Tarleton Chemistry Society, which I think we talk about that later. And then there's the Tarleton Hydrology Club. I'm interested in what that means.
Hydrology.
I know that we have a building that says the word hydrology on it.
We do?
Considered the old engineering building. Yeah, it's tier and hydrology.
Oh. I mean, I know where the tier research is.
We have a blue background.
Whoa.
American Water Resources Association.
Of course it's blue.
The student chapter. That was like a big deal.
It's not very colorblind friendly, though.
I can tell you that was a big deal.
Yeah, okay.
Colorblind didn't exist back in that day.
I mean, it did exist. People just didn't acknowledge it.
Exactly.
For podcast listeners, previously we've been looking at a website that is gray with kind of like a... Was it floral or just scalloped print on the background?
Scalloped?
I can't see. I have glasses and they don't work like that, okay?
It's marbled?
Okay, it's gray marble, and that's what we've been looking at from 1996 to 1997.
Honestly, I don't know what it is. It's the same repeating
it's like
image.
Textured. It's textured.
It's textured, but it's the exact same repeating texture, like...
But when looking at the water thing, the hydrology, is that what it is?
The American Water American Water Resources Association student chapter in Tarleton State.
Yeah, the student chapter has a blue textured background.
A blue marbled
Something.
background?
Yeah.
It's you know what it looks like? Those cool epoxy paints that people are doing.
What?
You seen those where they like mix a bunch of paints in a cup and then they like pour them out?
Yeah.
I don't know what that was. I assume it was the ghost.
Okay.
We haven't given them enough credit recently, so they're coming in. What? What
is all this?
Podcast listeners, Cole is hunting something in the studio. She took her hand about finger width apart and slowly like pinched at something as it rose in the air.
It just kept going up higher.
I didn't see literally anything.
What?
All I saw you do was just go. Raise your hand in the air like a crab claw.
But there's like a buzz or something, and it just kept rising up.
Well, leave it alone. It obviously wants to go up.
What if it was the ghost?
Probably is. Then at that point, leave it alone. It'll fill Alien with some ideas.
Oh, jeez.
What is hydrology? Well,
Let's answer that question.
water. That's their question on the thing.
Okay.
Um,
And it's salmon colored.
it is salmon. I don't like it. I don't know why they chose this.
Well, it's better than blue on blue.
Like all of their links,
Yeah,
the
all
important
of their
information.
links are blue on blue. Again, not,
all right,
good for colorblind
J.C.
people.
Warwick. That's the only name on this page.
Oh.
I assume that J.C. made it. Water is our most important natural resource. Without it, there would be no life on Earth. Managing its use so we do not run out of water is a challenge for today and tomorrow.
That run on, though. Obviously, they weren't great at English class.
Well, they're STEM majors. Hydrology is the study of the... Okay. I was going to be an electrical engineer.
Yeah.
All right? I couldn't stand them. I couldn't stand the people. And I was like, these are going to be my coworkers. These people are... It's not that they're weird. It's that they think they know something. They think they know something so much that they're like... I would explain a concept. They'd start on a tangent, explaining something. And I go, oh, like whatever, referencing their thing, and they're like, yeah, and they just kept going. They just don't listen. And it's not like a lack of people skills. It's like a choice almost. It's awful. And if you're a STEM major and you have a problem with me, come find me. Find me on campus.
We're not grouping people together.
I'm only taking
some people.
I'm only taking 3. Yeah, you know the problem ones too. You know them. And if you think it isn't you, it is you.
Okay, wait a minute.
Come find me on campus. I got 3 classes this semester.
What is hydrology?
Hydrology is the study of the behavior of water in nature. Easy.
Erosion.
Is that the only one you got?
Yep.
Well, it's weathering first. It is.
Fine.
No, it's a 3-stage process.
Yes.
See, I'm doing it right now. The water resources expert knows how to manage the water nature provides and how to distribute it to the I swear I talk for a living, people. And how to distribute it to the places it is needed in the proper quantity and with the proper quality for the benefit of man. I'm done with this. I can't do this.
Yeah, we don't have to read anymore.
I just wanted to...
Of course, the people who originally built this website...
Ooh, there's more to the page.
Top of the line. But now, too many words. Bad grammar.
Way too many words.
Maybe the professor should have,
too many
took
commas.
some red ink to that.
But then again, who wants to build a website?
I mean, I enjoy building websites. I mean, I'm not good at the coding bit, but I enjoy building websites.
See, I feel like it's like of two minds.
More the aesthetic, I guess.
There's the nice looking and sounding people, and then there are the ones who like just make frameworks, and they just know how to make the perfect framework.
Yeah.
But it's like the old joke in coding. This is a joke that you wouldn't get, actually. I'll tell
Probably
it
not.
anyways. The joke is, my son only understands JavaScript, so I sent him to the store to get some milk, and I told him if they have eggs, bring 3. And so he came home with 3 gallons of milk and told me they had eggs. Ha ha! The joke is... Never mind.
No, say it again.
You want me to tell you the joke again?
Yes.
Oh my god. My son has recently been learning JavaScript. So I told him to head to the store and get me a gallon of milk. And I told him if they have eggs, bring 3. So he came home with 3 gallons of milk and told me they have eggs. The joke is an if-and statement in logic coding, where you like go to store is the function, and then when you get there, you have an if-or statement, which is If they have milk, get 1 milk. If they have eggs, get 3 milk. If they have no eggs, get 1 milk.
Mm-hmm.
And so he went to the store, and the store had eggs, so he came home with 3 gallons of milk instead of getting, like, eggs and milk.
I see.
It's a joke of how English and, like, logic languages don't mix.
I see. I appreciate that.
They don't have the chemistry program as a link, so I can't easily segue into this.
Oh.
But have you ever heard of the astronaut Millie Hughes Fulford?
No.
Well.
Sorry.
That was our show, everybody. We're out of here.
No. I mean, we share a last name, I guess. So that's interesting.
Your last name's Hughes Fulford?
No, it's Hughes. I assumed hyphenated because assuming
I don't know how that works.
Marriage.
She's a widower.
So that's very possible that
widowed.
she was married.
She does have a daughter.
And they hyphenated.
I guess. Does that mean that her last name was Hughes?
Yes. It's generally
And
how
she
it goes.
married Fulford.
Yes.
Got it. So you're related to this person?
No, probably not.
Well, if you have the same name, that's supposed to be it.
Do you know how many Hugheses there are in Weatherford?
Nope, never met one.
Although a lot of them are my family, but there are still...
Huh?
My grandpa surveyed Weatherford when it first started, so...
Do you have family in Mineral Wells?
Not that I know of.
Well...
Yeah, sorry.
We'll continue with this Hughes.
Okay.
Instead of continuing with this Hughes. Because she'll be back next week, everyone. Unless you got something going. We'll talk about it later. Off the podcast. Millie Elizabeth Hughes Fulford, born December 21st, 1945. An American medical investigator, molecular biologist, and former NASA astronaut who flew aboard a NASA space shuttle mission as a payload specialist.
What is a payload specialist?
Would you like me to go down that rabbit hole? There's
Yes.
a whole nother thing for it.
I just want to know the definition of a payload specialist.
A payload specialist was an individual selected and trained by commercial or research organizations for flights of a specific payload on a NASA space shuttle mission. People assigned as payload specialists included individuals selected by the research community, a community of consortium flying a commercial payload aboard a spacecraft, and non-NASA astronauts designated by international partners. The term refers to both the individual and to the position on the shuttle crew.
Okay, I guess I need the definition of payload now. I assume I don't want to assume anything. I'm sorry. Give me the definition.
Payload is the carrying capacity of an aircraft or launch vehicle, usually measured in terms of weight. Depending on the nature of the flight or mission, the payload of the vehicle may include cargo, passengers, flight crew, munitions, science instruments, or experiments or other equipment.
I was about to say cargo, but I wanted to get the definition.
So it looks like payloads. A payload specialist is someone who is, their whole job is every part of
managing
of not flying. It could be anything that isn't flying. Because there's the normal crew who just has to fly the thing, like the pilot, co-pilot, landing specialist.
So they manage like the resources.
These are the people,
human and, like stuff.
More than likely, and it seems that Millie Hughes Fulford specifically was a chemist.
Oh.
She was a payload specialist. I don't know personally what the payload is for. Maybe we could ask her or her daughter, but let's get into a little bit of what she did.
Yes.
Born in Mineral Wells, Texas. Raised and homegrown. She graduated from the Mineral Wells High School in 1962, then received her Bachelor's of Science degree in Chemistry and Biology. Just like out of high school, got a degree. That's a bad joke. Never mind. She received her degrees from Tarleton State University in 1968, and then her PhD from Texas Women's, meaning that she had to have been like 16 when she went to college. Which is exactly what she did. She entered college at the age of 16, earning her bachelor's in science in both chemistry and biology. Now, Cole.
Wow.
Real fast.
Yeah.
You've taken a chem and a bio, or
yes.
You've taken both?
Yes.
Oh, geez, I'm sorry.
I've taken Chem 1, Chem 2, zoology, and anatomy and physiology.
Zaboomafoo. Sorry. I've only taken Chem 1 and Chem 2. Do you think that a 16-year-old could get through Chem 1?
Um, I guess it depends on your previous background with chemistry in high school.
Mineral wells back in the 60s. Have you
I
been to
don't-
mineral wells? I gotta look
No.
up mineral wells. I don't remember very
I
well.
mean, it also, like, we've had a lot of advances, I guess, since then, right? I assume.
Oh yeah, they had less science back then. What? What are you talking about? Oh my
there are
god.
less theories to learn. I don't know.
There's this was just it was only, well, I say that. It was 80 years ago. I was like, it's only 80 years ago. I was like, that's like a generation
Yeah,
and a half.
that's literally like,
2 generations? Is a generation every 40 years?
I have no idea.
All right, cool.
Sorry, man.
That's fine.
I don't have as much base knowledge as you think I do.
Well, you're a graduate, so that doesn't help.
I know a lot about my field.
Your field that is like involved in all fields?
No, about communicating with the public and people and the art of communication. I don't. Nope, I'm not gonna get in this.
You sensed my trap. She is a current member in the American Association for the Advancement of Science, the Society of Gravitational Science and Biology, and what? An American Society for Bone and Mineral Research.
Interesting.
So they that scares me.
It just makes me think of like
Well, like-
archaeology
Well, no, because
or
like
anthropology.
it's bone and mineral research, so it's like we're able to mine out the rocks. We're able to mine out your skeleton. We can
well, I mean, bone
can-
marrow. We take a lot
we
of
can
that.
pull anything out of your bones. Just
Yeah.
Take. Is that where you store the minerals in your body?
Bone marrow?
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
So I take a Flintstones vitamin.
Okay.
I take my multivitamin, my gummy multivitamin in the morning, and you're telling me it's in my bone marrow now?
Yes.
All of it?
No.
Where'd the rest of it go, Cole?
It was used to make energy
Gotcha.
and keep your body functioning for homeostasis.
I don't think so.
You're not experiencing homeostasis?
No, ma'am.
Oof.
I'm very upset.
Okay.
American Society for Cell Biology, the American Society of Hematology, and the Association of Space Explorers.
Hematology. That's blood.
That's blood study.
Blood. I thought I wanted to be a hematologist, and then
Really?
yeah, really, and then I figured out I faint at the sight of blood.
How was that?
The most ironic thing, because I literally started off pre-med in college.
How? See, hold on now.
Yeah.
You're telling me
Yeah.
that you made it all the way to 18?
17.
You made it all the way to 17 without ever seeing, like, another person's blood.
Okay. Maybe I shouldn't say faint. It makes me extremely woozy.
Uh-huh.
And if I see a lot of it, then I could faint.
Then you could be, like, knocked out easily.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
I just knew that I really enjoyed learning about blood and the properties and specific diseases and stuff that are in the blood. So
I actually took some fun
Yeah.
notes about that, too. Give me 1 second. Let me pull these up.
okay. And I was dealing with some actually blood related issues when I was in high school, so it really intrigued me to learn about it. And I had to go see a hematologist for a while and stuff. All
I figured
that,
out how to
so-
cast a magic spell in D&D using blood.
What?
That's the extent of my knowledge of blood. Also, you have to kill so many people for all their blood just to make a sword out of it. Like, there's no iron in blood. It's mostly water, actually.
You're taking iron out of blood to make a sword?
One of my characters will eventually, when they get through enough people.
Why not just make a sword out of just blood? It could be a frozen sword.
But then it has to be cold. Yeah, it has to be cold then. It would make more sense to make a sword out of frozen
But if you could-
mercury.
But
Because then it's poisonous.
if you could if you have a spell that you could use to freeze things, like chill things.
Cole, not everyone
just-
has access to magic. You know that, right? It's a birthright. It's a
I
privilege.
understand that, but the people with magic can make blood swords, and that way,
Why would you need a blood sword where you can just blow people up?
because blood swords are cooler.
You can shoot a bolt of lightning, or you can have a sword made of blood. I don't think so, Chief.
Blood sword.
Like a literal bolt of lightning. Are you kidding me?
What about a blood axe?
Technically.
Yes.
No, I can't go down this road. We're doing real science over here.
Right. So sorry,
here in the proper space.
Ms. Hughes
Fulford.
Okay. That's it.
So at 17 and 18 years old, she went into college at 16,
Yes.
which means were you assuming a 5-year degree, 4-year degree?
I guess 4, because
she got two degrees.
Yeah.
So let's say 5 just for convenience.
I mean, because the time in college has the average time in college a student spends has significantly lengthened.
Oh, it has?
Yeah. It's now the average is 5 to 6 years instead of the 3 to 4 years people
Whoa.
used to have.
Why is that? Why do we have to be in college for so long?
Because we have to, I mean, from your experience, you have to work a lot because college has gotten significantly more expensive.
Yeah.
And minimum wage has not
It's a
up to that.
classist problem. Got it.
I
No,
said
really.
nothing.
It's a classist issue. Well, like that's what we're describing here. Is
Yeah.
like the problem is that like people want to go to college, but it's expensive, and it's getting more expensive.
Mhm.
But you can't pay. I can tell you can't pay for it on your own.
Mm.
I've paid for actually a bunch of my college on my own, but I take college really slowly. So.
And you are definitely not having the most fun.
Actually, I'm gonna have weekends off now, for like 8 months.
Really?
Yeah, I just signed up for classes, and it's all like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday,
Mm-hmm.
and Monday. So I think I have Tuesdays off, like completely off.
That's awesome, man.
Like I'm not gonna work that day. It's gonna be cool. It's
Yeah.
gonna be really nice to just sleep in, and order pizza and just sleep. I'll go to bed early. Oh my goodness. I'm having a great time over here. But actually, on that topic, real fast, let's like switch over to us chatting, because I think we've talked enough about our person here,
Astronaut.
our astronaut. Yes. How was your registration?
Well, I registered like May, I think.
Yep.
So I registered pretty early, so it wasn't that bad.
Did you register for my birthday? My
What?
birthday's in May. Never mind.
I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
I mean my registration was okay, although all right, back up here.
Okay.
All throughout undergrad and now I guess graduate school,
Yeah.
my specific account for some reason has always had an advising hold on it, whether I get advised or not.
Mm-hmm.
And usually what an advisor could do is take that off as soon as you're done,
Mm-hmm.
and then it just stays off until you register for classes, and the next time frame in which you
Mhm.
need to be advised comes up, and then it locks again, right?
Yeah. That's how mine works.
Yeah, my account doesn't do that.
Huh?
Yeah.
It just
It stays locked.
no matter what,
They'll
just for free.
they'll take it off for like 12 hours or something, and then it'll go right back on. And it's nothing that they've done. It's just I literally talked to my department head about it, and he goes, "Yeah, it just happens with some students for some reason."
That's not good.
No, it's not.
Can you like drop classes ever?
Not unless I talk to an advisor first.
Oh my lord.
Yeah. Yeah, and this point, and even when I started college, with the help of my very organized mother, we had a plan for like what classes I could take and all
Yeah.
this to get it done. Obviously, I've changed routes since then,
Mm-hmm.
but I know how to get all these classes in the right order, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I can do some of it myself,
Uh-huh.
except I can't, because I'm not allowed to just go in there and be like, I'm registering for that class. Let my advisor know. Good. No, I have to go to my advisor, talk to them, make sure I don't miss an email or anything from them saying they've taken it off, or else it'll be off by the next day.
Right.
Or it'll be on by the next day.
Yeah, I sent an email in on Monday, and then I got my hold taken off Tuesday, and I registered for classes on Wednesday.
Yeah.
But also when I was registering, I messed up like 4 times.
Oh no.
So I think it's how do I say this? I think it's pretty even on difficulty. Like, whoever's in control saw that you've got it down, so they needed to challenge you the right way. Whereas me, it would be cruel to do the same thing too, because
Okay.
I'm already struggling real bad on just like communicating that I want to switch over.
Have you've gotten all
I'm
the
done.
paperwork for that?
I'm good. I'm already
good.
out. I'm in. It's official. I saw it on my registration status.
Very nice. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Now I have to go get books.
Oh.
Are you ready to get books? Because classes start in...
couple
Oh
weeks.
my goodness. They start in 20 days.
Oof.
That's
Okay. I gotta focus
7
on. I'm in summer classes
3
right
weeks.
now.
They start in exactly 3 weeks.
I'm in summer classes right now, so I have a presentation
Oh,
tomorrow, group paper tomorrow, a final exam this weekend. I'm gonna finish that, and then I'm gonna have, I guess, 2 weeks to just not have classes. Because I went straight from undergrad to graduate classes without taking a break, which I regret.
Graduate online classes,
Yes,
mind you. Like
which I regret.
I
So
actually am doing all in-person classes.
Okay.
I know that it's like more dangerous to do such.
But it's
Um,
definitely easier for some people. I completely understand that.
I don't think I can learn
Online.
online
Mhm.
in like a structured pace. I've learned so many things online. I've learned how to fix cars, wire houses,
But it's
perform
definitely
maintenance.
different when it's not something you are actively like,
Yeah,
I'm going to do this myself. It's different than being told, it's for sure.
yeah. It's not even the like being told. It's just the fact that like I can't communicate with people
Effectively with professors and-
I can't communicate properly with professors online, and I think
Mhm.
we're gonna see a ton of this coming into these new classes.
Yeah.
Because I send an email that's like basic information. They send an answer back, and I was like, they worded that strange. I have follow-up questions, and then we do this sort of bounce back and forth,
Mhm.
and we do the dance all
Yeah.
day.
I
And-
know in this semester specifically, I had a professor who offered like Zoom office hours.
Uh-huh.
So he would be on Zoom and he would have the Zoom link so you could just click into
pop
it
in.
whenever during his office hour. So maybe
That's
people will do that.
That's actually very clever.
Yeah.
That's really good. Because I'm taking Texas government and then
Are you
microeconomics.
taking Margolis?
I don't remember.
Okay, but Margolis is amazing and he carries around candy, so
What?
yes.
I just how do I change? How do I change it over?
just find Dr. Margolis. He's freaking amazing.
For Texas government?
Yes.
Okay.
Me and Lee
Ghost
took
is
him.
back. Give him a sec. All right, there we go.
Me and Lee took him together one
Uh-huh.
summer. It was great. He has like little crackers if you need them, and then candy, and he always comes up to you with a joke. Yeah.
I
pretty
sure
fun.
hope it doesn't come up to me. I'll have to beat him back with my stick. I don't know if I'm gonna get a walking stick to go to class. Like, I don't know how far I'm gonna lean into this post-apocalyptic thing.
Social distancing stick.
Yes. I mean, I don't want to be insensitive, but at a certain point, it would make sense to just look like a blind person.
I suppose, but if you're talking about how to use like a stick,
Well, I know how to use a spear.
because you the media portrays using that type of mediating tool
Mm-hmm.
in a different way than it's actually used by real visually impaired people.
Right.
So I mean, you could just look like a fool, I suppose.
Oh, I'm good at doing that. You already know. Y'all already know. But going into into physical classes, there's a level of anxiety there. But also, I can't just burn money. Like, it would make more sense to, if I was worried about my health more than I was worried about my classes, just drop out and come back when this pandemic is all over.
Yeah, I suppose.
However, like, money isn't really assured, and this job is my most consistent job I've ever had.
Yes.
So I'm kind of stuck in this little button hook.
Student worker.
Right? I'm hooked in.
Must be a student.
So I take my 6 credit hours, and I need to get my GPA and such, and that means I have to do good in classes. As such, I have to go in person.
Yeah.
That's like just something I've learned about myself. So, going into person classes, what is the best way that I can keep myself safe at all times? I only have to worry about like 6 times a week I will be in a group of people. But it's a classroom setting.
Yeah.
And I know we talked about this last week, where you're in a group if you're in with a group of people, your chances of getting sick are elevated. They just are.
Yeah,
That's
it is.
Fact.
Because other people go places and
Exactly.
see other people and that sort of thing. I think, honestly, what's already going to be put in place with the school is, of course, the mask restriction.
Right?
So everyone's wearing masks, but then the limited capacity, I guess, on the doors. But then I suppose also you could just try not to touch anything besides your own work.
Touching is fine. I've got access to cleaning agents, like, pretty readily. My problem is, like, breathing in the illness that's, like, sitting in the air. And it doesn't even have to be from my class. I'm not certain how they're going to schedule it, but the virus permeates in airspace, and these places aren't super ventilated. So I'm worried that, like, the class beforehand could even get you sick if you didn't think about it too well. So, like, I'm acquiring all this sort of unfound anxiety about the just the what ifs and the what could be's, but there's definitely, like, a level of, like, this is all winding up in 3 weeks. I don't have to worry about one job, but now I have to worry about, like, every single time I'm in public. Do I just start becoming one of the masked people who wears, like, a full-on rebreather? I'm genuinely thinking about it, like, wearing a full-on mask.
If you have the ability to, I would say go, like, do what you feel
go
is
hard.
The best for you.
Go hard
sure.
on the mask.
Yeah, I mean, it was weird and maybe a little uncomfortable for people originally when we started wearing masks at all.
Right.
So I think if there's any sort of hesitation or embarrassment or whatever for a bigger mask, such as those, then...
Because you've seen it. It's not huge even.
Yeah.
It's not that big.
Then whatever makes your school experience the best and your health the best, I'd say do it.
Got it.
For sure.
So when someone comes up and says something to me, what's my response there?
I can't say it on there.
Okay, the PG. the PG version, please.
Go away.
Go away? I think I understand. You mean heck off.
Heck off.
No, like, but you've seen the way I dress, and fall is going to be coming in, so I'm going to have that big jacket, the mask, the skateboard, the backpack. Like, I'm going to be kind of decked out over here in some post-op, like, gear and clothing. And I'm going into classes that are more, I'd say, like, one of them is a freshman or sophomore class.
Texas government?
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
We had a lot of seniors in my class.
Okay, cool.
Getting it done with,
Got it. Saved it.
That was over summer, so maybe not.
That makes sense. Seniors trying to get out at the end. See, I feel like it's going to be a lot of, like, freshmen.
Yeah.
And I feel like freshmen are the ones who aren't going to be taking it the most serious.
Yeah, I mean, I
don't know. Like, I'm not
that.
trying to judge people based on their classification, because technically I'm a junior. So, but nothing applies to me because I'm adjacent to society.
I mean, I've definitely, like, when all of this first started, I have some family members that are in that classification or sophomore, and they definitely took the point of, well, this is all just a joke and we're not going to take it seriously. So I definitely get where the fear comes in from that kind of generational classification scenario.
Yeah.
But of course there are people who are going to take that seriously.
Well, the ones who are taking it seriously aren't the problem, is the thing.
Yeah.
Like, the ones who aren't taking it seriously, technically, they're actively dangerous.
I mean, it's really going to be up to the gatekeepers to do their jobs, and the gatekeepers being professors.
Jake.
What?
Jake's a gate. Damn it. I wish Jake was here. He's a gatekeeper.
For?
Like, online communities.
Okay.
So it's a perfect joke.
Okay.
But Jake's not here, so the joke is ruined.
And hopefully the gatekeepers, again, the professors,
Thank you.
are going to take their job seriously.
Right?
Like, I know haircut places in Stephenville are taking as much precaution as possible and have definitely turned people away for not wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Even people who were high up in Stephenville.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You got to tell me after the podcast what's going on.
Yeah.
I have to hear the whole thing as we shoot this week's video.
It's not only about personal safety, but it's also about the safety of the public too.
Right. Well, I'm not worried about the public. I'm worried about me.
I know. I'm just talking more to gatekeepers in general, like people at Walmart, for example, stopping people who don't have masks, you know? Yeah.
I really do think that if we just make it uncool to not wear a mask, so many more people would do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You do both. You make it cool to wear a mask and uncool to not wear a mask. Everyone would be wearing a mask.
Would you just be like, go up to
you know what I mean?
people who aren't wearing masks?
That's how fashion trends work.
You're a weirdo.
Now you just unfollow them on Twitter.
Just Twitter.
That's how you do it. Well, you give them a look. That's it. That's how you do it. You give them a look of like, oh, gross. And then like someone puts on a mask, and you're just kind of like good job.
Nice.
It's like, it's gentle.
I've already seen graphic tees with like, you're standing too close if you can read this, you know.
Yeah, mine needs a shotgun on my chest.
Why?
Just to get people away from me. No one wants to come near you then.
Yeah, you're gonna look like a... I can...
Look like a real problem, won't I?
I don't know. You just, Texas. Large man.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Shotgun on the t-shirt. Yeah, you're just gonna present yourself in a very not what people not what you actually are.
I see. I'll look like a conservative.
I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness. I can't believe you would say that.
I'm
you kidding
sorry.
with this haircut? Oh, goodness.
You just put it in a bun.
Yeah, I guess that's a pretty universal.
Carry a coffee. Maybe some eyeshadow.
No, there we go.
Yeah.
We were talking about this earlier. Guys got to get into dresses.
Yeah.
Even a dress with a stocking. Like you let's go even easier than that. Makeup.
Yes.
Only so that
I dig dudes in makeup so hard.
Just because I want it to be cheap so that I can play with it. I don't want to do it good. I just want face paint. That's
okay.
That's completely, honestly,
Elf,
totally. That's
Elf
what I want.
and Wet and Wild. There you go.
Well, you're going to have
Those
to show
two.
me some prices because I blew my cash the other weekend and bought a capo for my guitar.
Oh.
Which was literally $20. And I was living it up. I was sitting on Amazon just woo!
Okay. So personal protection for COVID.
Fashion.
Be sure to wear your masks and don't feel uncomfortable doing whatever you need to do to be safe.
Don't feel socially bullied. I swear, I'm going to be the most extra person in my class for wearing a mask. That way everyone else can be well, everyone's paying attention to him, so I can put my mask on.
Yeah.
And then me and the person I saved will be the only two left after that whole class gets sick. We'll just be sitting there just in the mess, just going... Because you got the big filters, right?
Yeah. Oh my goodness, we need to make cosplay more of a thing on campus. So we get to cosplay different people with masks.
Oh goodness! Then I can finally build that mask that I've been talking to you about,
Yes.
the actual helmet one.
Yes.
But it's gonna be hot.
Make
Unless...
cosplay more socially acceptable.
Okay, I'm going to be completely honest with you. And this will be our, like, last thing because we have 20 seconds. Well, we don't have to. Yeah, we have things to make. Go to our YouTube channel. New video will be out tomorrow.
Yes. It's very exciting.
Cosplay in public is only bad because of the wolf girls in high school.
The one with the tails?
Yeah. That's not me coming at anybody. It was the fact that they were aggressively trying to get other people in on board. It was like...
So just you do you.
Just, I thoroughly believe in the concept of just do your thing in your own space. If people want to join you, they will.
Mm.
You don't have to be, like, aggressively in people's space.
Yeah, just...
That might have just been my high school, though. Don't really know.
Just try to be comfortable in your own skin. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Like, in public, too.
Yeah,
it's a
in
public. It's a public space. We all share it. You're allowed to be, like, your own person. I totally would love to see someone in, like, full blue body paint at Walmart just doing normal stuff. Like, looking like, what's it?
The Blue Man Group.
Hades from
Hades?
Yeah,
from
you know.
Hercules?
Yeah. I would love to see that. Just, like, on the regular. He's over there, like, looking at bell peppers. Just kind of like, what are we feeling? What are we feeling?
So, like, be, like, extremely good cosplay and his head is actually on fire.
That's a fire hazard, but yeah, I guess that'd be cool. No, but just like being like doing normal stuff, dressed up as this super cool villain.
Heck yeah.
But like, you don't have to be like, when someone gives you a weird look, you don't have to be all like, "Oi, quit that!"
Wow, that was extremely loud still.
Like, yeah, I know, I'm sorry. Well, you don't have to be like looking at people. Just do your thing and don't worry about it. I think I learned this is like the life lesson of the week, people.
And then we'll finish.
And then we'll actually turn off the stream. I learned this when I turned 20. I went to a bar that like allowed non-bar people.
18 years and up.
Yeah, one of those places. Yes. I went to the establishment because I'd heard this before on a like self-help podcast. Cause I was feeling low, so I was like, all right, let's look up some advice.
I mean, this was during your night shift days.
This was during my night shift days too. I went out and I sat down and I ordered just like a lemonade and I just sat there. And no one paid attention to me whatsoever. I was wearing normal clothes, like standard clothing, and no one gave me a single look. I just looked around at everybody. And I was just like, oh. Well, that's good. And now I'm not worried about it. Because guess what? Everyone's so worried about themselves, no one's looking at you. That's like so true. The problem is, like, the more you spread this, the more people start looking around. And I don't want that. I don't want them to look at me. I don't like looking at me. I have the closing script. Listeners, viewers, we come to a close on this here episode. If you happen to show up late or wish to revisit us, you can find this show on our YouTube channel, Tarleton Radio, as a video, or you can listen in on iTunes, Spotify. Oh, I have to change that. Apple Podcast, Spotify, or anywhere else that you get podcasts. For updates about the show and other interesting things we make... For updates about the show and other interesting things we make here at the station, follow us on all of our social medias. The links will be in the description of this, along with wherever you can find descriptions of things. This has been your episode of Cruisin The Planet. We talked about a bunch of things. Cool.
Yep. Thanks, guys. Thanks for listening. Have a good day.
Bye, all.